Alrighty guys, welcome back. Today we've got one that, was this on the song request form? Is that where we found this one?
No.
No? Okay, this was not on the song request form.
No.
Where'd you find this one?
This was, I found this when I was looking for flower songs. Remember when I was doing flower songs last
week?
Last week?
Yeah.
Or so? A while ago?
2 weeks ago.
Okay. So anyway.
Two weeks ago.
I said, I want songs that have, I've just looked up songs with flowers in the title.
Oh, every rose
has its thorn.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Boom! There we go.
That's what we're doing today is Poisons.
But this doesn't have anything to do with
right.
With the flower thing.
Right. Poisons, every rose has its thorn. My first, I know recently I've been giving thoughts beforehand and then seeing how close I am afterwards, after we listen to it. So, my thoughts beforehand, every rose has its thorn.
Mm-hmm.
Roses are typically pretty, or they're typically associated with pretty, beautiful, whatever.
Right.
Thorns are, I'm going to be a pain in your side. So every rose has its thorn means, to me, initially, not everyone is always how they look, or not everyone is always how they seem.
Right.
Am I close?
Possibly.
Possibly.
And you're right. Like my grandmother used to have rose bushes. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they were just absolutely beautiful. You go smell the roses and everything. But she would always say, don't get too close.
Because of the thorns.
Why? Because all the way down the stem, thorn, 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 thorn. And she knew that there were going to be a lot of little bloody hands coming back in.
We found Roxy in a thorn bush. Or in a rose bush.
Interesting.
My cat 11 years ago, she's 11 now. My cat 11 years ago, my mom found her in a rose bush.
That explains a lot.
It also explained a lot that she had wandered away from her litter. Anyway, but every rose has its thorn.
But anyway, that's so you're right. There's the soft, pretty side of whether it's a flower, whether it's a whether it's a person or whatever. But there's always
a demon.
There's always something, especially when you're dealing with humans, because there's always people are always dealing with something.
Yeah, there's always so much baggage.
So there's always a thorn there somewhere that at some point rears its ugly self and pricks you.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm sure that that this probably has something to do with this. I've only heard this song on the radio
way back when.
Way back when. Yeah.
That's not the record of it, by the way. I was just pointing at that because it is a vinyl.
Well, this came out in '88.
Okay.
And
so there might be a vinyl for it.
So I'm sure there is.
Okay.
I'm sure there probably is.
Okay.
But or at least an 8-track or a cassette or something.
Oh, I wouldn't be shocked with an 8-track or a cassette. Yeah.
So anyway. So the only other thing I know about Poison was off of what's that TV show? Pawn Stars. It was off of Pawn Stars. The only other thing I know about Poison is that Bret Michaels is the lead singer.
Okay.
And they had this thing where somebody brought in all her Poison stuff. She wanted to sell it at the pawn shop, and they said, well, we have this expert who would know if it's legit or not. Why don't you meet us over at his shop? And
they took her, the seller, to see him.
And Bret Michaels was standing there because it was his shop.
It's like, hey, how's it going, guys?
So he verified everything for her, and that's the look she had on her face. So, and it was all real. It was all real, by the way.
You're Bret Michaels.
Did I stutter?
So that's who I am.
So that's really the only thing I know about him. So again, let's go ahead and just do it. Yeah.
Okay, alrighty guys, let's get started.
Thanks a lot. This next song we're going to do, this one is going to take us back just a little bit. This one's called Every Rose Has Its Thorn. It goes like this. Help me sing this one. We both lie silent and still in the dead of the night. Although we both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside. Was it something I said or something I did? Words not come out right. Though I tried not to hurt you, though I tried, but I guess that's why they say every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn, just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its, yeah, it does. Song playing on the radio. Hear the DJ say he loves a game of easy come and easy go. But I wonder, does he know, has he ever felt like this? And I know that you'll be here right now if I only let you know somehow. I guess every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn, just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Though it's been a while now, I can still feel so much pain, like the knife that cuts through the wound heals, but the scar, that scar remains. Saved the love that night if I know what to say. Instead of making love, we both made a separate ways. But now he found somebody new, that I never meant that much to you. To hear that tears me up inside, and to see it cuts me like a knife. I guess every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn, just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its. Thank you.
That's pretty.
You're talking about this one.
Hey, again, I think it's another song that I mean, as a guy, I definitely feel it. Okay, obviously you are feeling it. You hit it at the beginning. Okay, you pretty much hit it at the beginning. And it doesn't, I mean, it can work both, it can work both ways, as far as, the girl's feeling this way in regard to a guy, but I'll tell you, there's the stigma, okay, and always has been, that, in regard to girls being the weaker sex, the more emotional sex, all that kind of thing, and the guys being the jerks, the macho jerks, There's always been that kind of a play, okay?
Yeah.
And when I hear this, I am feeling how I have felt throughout the years, okay? In regard to, and you know this, and I know this isn't Patreon or live stream, but I'll bear my soul on this one for a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Go for it.
And that is,
Because I'm not.
yeah, I know.
He dragged me into this one. I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
Yeah, and this is hitting him pretty.
It's a touchy subject.
This is a close to home one for him at this point. But several years ago, was dating somebody. Thought, this is the one. Everything, as far as I was concerned, in my eyes, everything was perfect. I mean, it just in all facets, not just looks, but everything felt right. And then, for reasons still unbeknownst to me, it all went away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and still trying to figure it out, and still trying to figure out timelines, and how well, wait a minute, how did this happen when this was going on, and that, and still trying to put pieces of the puzzle together, which, I've recently come to the conclusion that it's not up to me to try and
Figure out.
figure out.
That's the thing about
It is.
both of us, is that we're problem solvers.
Well,
we want to be able to fix whatever it is, and we can't.
Well, there's no fixing in my particular situation. There's no fixing it.
In my particular situation, too.
Okay, but there's no fixing it. It was it was so long ago, and she's moved on, and I am where I am, and and so on. But it still plays. To me, it shows in a guy's mind that even if you have this macho outward appearance, that it's still internally, it's a completely different story.
Mm-hmm.
Or it can be a completely different story. Okay, so things always aren't as what they appear on the outside in regard to that. And for him to say every rose, because she was my rose, okay, and I got stuck by the thorns, and I still don't know how. But so I can relate a lot to this, and it just is. So it's not just the girls, that, because they express their stuff outwardly. The guys don't. That's just the way we're wired.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, they could be singing, I thought he was this, but came up and did this or whatever. Okay. Yeah, we get that. We see that all the time. We hear about that all the time. Okay. What we don't hear is on the other side, with guys saying, I thought, and this is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a cool song in that respect, that you can look at it from both sides, especially from a guy's side. So I definitely could feel that one.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the video, as far as the music and whatnot, the unplugged part, I like the unplugged versions, okay, where everything is just toned down. You know, it's not total. It's not. You know, you're not out there on stage and you got electric guitars going and the lights are going and you know and the whole bit. Okay, you know, so I thought in that regard, you know, so I like the music, like the words, felt the message.
As you all could tell, for the past few months, I mean, like, if you've recommended love songs, we've been, like...
Staying away from them?
Yeah, staying away from them. I know probably not a lot of you are actually going to watch this video, so I don't mind explaining this a little bit. Not to get into all the gory and bloody details, I had a breakup a few months back, and it was hard, and this is 100% what I was thinking during the entire damn time. So, yeah, it hits a little bit. It hits a little hard a little bit, but everything else will just go with what you said, and yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Yep.
You in the mood to watch Homer chew off the head of a hot dog?
Hope y'all like that, by the way. I hope you guys get a kick out of that. All right.
I think it's funny.
3, 2, 1.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all...
Alrighty guys, remember we do have our Discord server down in the description below. It's basically a 24-hour live chat. We can have audio calls, video calls, share music with each other. It's super fun, super awesome. So if you would like to, that link is down in the description below. Remember, we do have our videos up on Facebook. Almost daily videos up there, guys, unless something stupid ends up coming up with copyright. But other than that, they are coming up on Facebook almost every single day, so if you'd like, the information has come up on your screen as to how you can get plugged in with that. So make sure you go ahead and do that if that's something you'd be interested in. Remember, guys, we do have a P.O. box if you'd like to send us anything. That information has come up on your screen and will always be down in the description below if you'd like to send us anything. We do have our request form down in the description below as well, guys. That is where we ask for you to put your song requests instead of in the comments or anything like that, because a lot of times if they go in the comments, they get buried. So make sure to put them in the request form, please, and I will leave it at that. Remember, guys, we do have our Teespring link down in the description below as well, guys. That's where you can get any of our merchandise, such as our phone cases, or hoodies, or mugs, or we've got t-shirts, we've got long sleeve t-shirts, we've got tank tops, we've got stickers, we've got tote bags, we've got a whole bunch of different stuff on there, guys, so make sure you get yourself something cool, because it's getting a little bit chillier out, so you might want a
the
PvP hoodie, who knows, or an Eat Sleep React Repeat hoodie, or something like that, so make sure you get yourself something cool, and come on the live streams on Friday nights, guys, because we do give out Teespring discount codes on our live streams every Friday night. And I do get to thank the following patrons who've helped pledge to make this video possible and for being awesome and sticking with us. That'd be Hot Space and Petro, Karen Barone, Sandy Thomas, Courtney Truax, Kula, Theresa Anderson, Darius, and Jeffrey Kimball. Thank you so much for y'all's constant love and support of this channel and community, guys. We greatly appreciate it. We ask you to stick around with us for time to come. And for all of y'all who are not yet Patreon members or you don't feel comfortable signing up for a monthly pledge, but you'd still like to help us out with what we do here, we do have a PayPal link down in the description below as well. It's just, you know, a one-time thing or however many you'd like or whatever, but you're not signed up for anything. That's a way that you can help us out as well if you would like to. We are not asking for donations. This is only if you would like to, that option is there. And remember, guys, last but not least, we do have our subscriber goal of 10,000, guys. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed and everyone who has not yet subscribed. We highly, highly, highly encourage you all to do so. It's not only that you don't miss the videos that come out, but you don't miss live streams or community posts or anything like that, anything super cool, super awesome coming from this channel. So make sure you subscribe down below. It greatly helps us out. So, anyway.
I'm good. Are you good?
I'm ready to go off of this song and go to the next song.
Okay, let's go to the next song.
Remember, guys, if you enjoyed this video, to smack that like button, subscribe if you're new, and we will see you all in the next one. Peace out.